Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. Happy New Year once again. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. And thanks everyone for tuning in for another one of our weekly chats. And before we get started, just want to remind you if you like our videos, please subscribe and like our videos by hitting that thumbs up. And you can always hit that bell notification, the bell, which we always say we're going to have and we never have. Oh my
I
goodness.
keep looking for one. They're impossible to find. I'm on it.
Okay, so you know what to do. We would love it if you would subscribe to our channel and like our videos. And we're going to start this week as usual, because we're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea with what teas we're drinking. You know the routine if you watch us every week, right? So
Yes.
this week I'm drinking Numi and it's called Purpose. There you
Nice.
go. It's called
Nice.
Purpose. And what it is energizing yerba mate and creamy cacao. And the ingredients are yerba mate, rooibos, lemon. I can't even read what it says. Lemon peel, ginger, licorice, cardamom, black pepper, and coriander. So cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Woo, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, you have your new
I have
teapot
my
fresh
new
up.
little tea person. Isn't my little teapot guy the cutest thing you've
Very,
ever
very
seen?
cute. Very cute.
Yes.
Let's see what you're drinking.
Yes. So I have to take my little tea person apart. I decided to kick my 2021 off with beauty. So I went back to my Radiant Beauty tea.
Nice.
Radiant Beauty. And of course, because I love this tea, it is aloe vera, acelera, rose hip, elderberries, and of course, blueberries. So to you, my dear, cheers.
Cheers again. Cheers, everyone.
I love a good tea. Love a good tea. So we always like to kick our chats off talking about Ellen. Now, Ellen was supposed to return on Monday, which was January 11th. And as of today, she's still not back yet. So what we're doing is we're just hoping. They said that she will be back today. Her show airs here at 4 p.m. Rosetta and I are very excited to check it out and see what she has to talk about because, the reason she shut down is she got COVID. And I am sure she's going to talk about her COVID experience.
Yep, can't wait because I've been waiting since Monday and now it's Wednesday. So we'll see what happens and we'll keep you up to date.
Absolutely. As we promised, and it's only because we promised, we have been watching the new Bachelor, Matt James. Now, I guess the only word I can kick it off with is like, wow. So last week, Abigail, she is a hearing, I don't want to say the word deaf, even though
Hard
that,
of hearing.
yes, she told Matt that she is completely deaf. And if there's a more appropriate word, please put it down below so we will be more conscious of our speech. However, she got the first impression rose and she got the first kiss. So this week when it kicked off, Chris Harris goes in and he's like, where's my girl Abigail? She got the first impression rose, and the girls in the room, they go, and she got the first kiss. So that was really cute. So he did 2 one-on-one dates and 1 group date. The first was with Bree. She was just a beautiful young lady. He took her off in this little scooter thing and flipped it. I don't know if I would have thought he was a great date after he got all that mud on me and in my hair. They seemed to have a good date. Then he selected Lauren from the group date, and they had not Lauren from the group date. Yes, Lauren was in the group
Yes,
date.
Lauren was in the
Yes.
group date.
And he selected her, and she received a rose from the group date. And Sarah received the last individual invitation for a one-on-one. And I liked Lauren because her conversation with him was faith-driven. And I also liked Sarah because she's very quiet and conservative. And with his background, there's some matches that's starting to come out. And then there's some situations that I thought, oh my God. There's a young lady and she calls herself the queen. Her name is Victoria, and she is stirring it up in the house. And it's really sad that women can't compete without being catty. What did you think, Rosetta?
I thought it was very sad because it's only 1 week into the season, into the episode. I mean, 1 week into the season, and they're already starting drama. So, but as usual, what happens is when they always have drama, obviously whoever starts it, it ends up that they always keep them on. And I feel that
Yeah.
they want to do that just to get the ratings. But anyway, hopefully, like the others, she won't stay till the end. We just want to see the drama, and they just want us to keep saying, kick her off, kick her off. But
I
I
know.
don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, if you're watching The Bachelor, you will know who Victoria is. She's having a little argument, tiff with Marilyn. But we will keep you abreast of what's happening.
Yes. And Rosetta and I, we were just chatting a little bit, and to us, and you tell us, when they go on dates, do they always have a change of clothes? Because, the first girl, she got mud all in her hair, and she was able to, I can't remember, I know she took a shower and she changed her clothes, and one young lady went to dinner, ended up in the pool. So I guess there's something new, or maybe it's something that's always been there, and because I'm not a big follower, I just didn't notice it. So comment below and let us know, because I just don't ever remember them changing clothes quite so much.
I know they go out on their dates and they look like they're just wearing one outfit, and the next thing they know, they're in the water. Where did they change their clothes? So, like Gloria said, we'd love to know.
Exactly. So on Friday, the final episode of Jeopardy with Alex Trebek aired. And at the ending, because he had no idea that within 10 days of filming that show, he would not make it back to pick up the new filming. So when he walked off, he says, "I'll see you next time." So Monday, Ken Jennings began as the first guest host of Jeopardy. And it was, it was a little sad because Ken, he was talking, to wrap up the show. And he softly said, "Thank you, Alex." And then as the credits rolled, it came up and it said, "Alex Trebek, forever in our heart, always our inspiration." So they're going to miss his presence for years to come. However, we will let you know each week, because these guest hosts are going to be on for a while. Like, we know Katie Couric is coming up, and we know the other two champions of Jeopardy are going to get their opportunity to host too. So we'll let you know how that goes.
Yep, thanks a lot for giving us an update on that. I did not know it started so soon, but that's now no. I don't really watch Jeopardy that much, but I do know him from Jeopardy.
Yes.
I know that
Yes.
much.
Yes, he was a wonderful, wonderful man. So the last time we talked about the elections and all of that that's going on, we shared with you that the Georgia election was the last ones to certify, because it would mean the difference between the Republican Party continuing to have control of the Senate, or if the Senate could possibly be a 50-50, with the vice president having the final check. So Raphael Warnock had already won. He is the first Black senator representing Georgia. And also John Ossoff defeated David Perdue, who is the first Jewish American person to hold the office of Senate. It's inspiring when we see people who look more what I call melting pot, more like all of us, making it into our government. Because if you are of the people, for the people, by the people, you should also look like the people.
More
So
diversity.
yes, I mean, I'm for all of that. However, there are people in our country that wasn't really happy about this. And President Trump had a rally at Washington, D.C. And after the rally, some domestic terrorists who were part of the participants marched and took the Capitol. They broke windows, they went inside, they hurt. Over 50 people were hurt, 5 people lost their life. And the FBI is currently going through all of the film video because we all saw it live on living television. So they're going through to find the individuals that did this, because they were not just going after the White House, because they said things like, let's find and hang Pence, let's find and hang Nancy Pelosi. So what's going on now is the FBI is working with social media to help them find these people and these groups. So as an example, people have been thrown off of social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook. There was a whole entity called Parler that's owned by Amazon, and that has been taken down because it had a lot of hate conversations. Apple and Alphabet, you go, who are they? Well, Alphabet owns Google. So basically Apple and Google removed the Parler app from their stores. So if you don't have an account, you won't be getting an account in the near term future.
And I don't think you
So
would even want to anyway. If you haven't got it now, you probably wouldn't. Mainstream is more Facebook.
exactly. So for those who have decided that these are things that they wanted to do, all I can say is, everyone, please be careful, because while the rally and the rioting was going on, there were very few masks. So everyone just slow down, take a deep breath.
Yes.
So now let's talk about Vogue. Vogue. One of my favorite movies I shared with Rosetta is Devil Wears Prada. I can watch it over and over. I love Meryl's portrayal. I want to make sure it's Anna Wintour.
Yes.
And Meryl would say something to Anne Hathaway, who is the young girl who is an employee. And one of my favorite points is that all the girls are razor thins. They're 0 to 2 at Vogue. And they all wear, stiletto pumps, high heels, 3 to 5 inches, nothing flat. And Anne is standing there, and she has these flat shoes on. And Meryl looks at her, and she looks down at her feet, and then she looks at her and she goes, "That's all." So as she's leaving, she goes and she puts the shoes on, because she can tell that's what she's upset about, is that she is not being a Vogue girl. So the cover has a lot of people talking, because one cover has Vice President-elect Kamala Harris in a black suit with Converse sneakers. Now that is supposedly the one that went to press. And there's another cover where she's standing with her arms folded in a beautiful powder blue suit that would be more reflective of the position of Vice President of the United States. So there's all kinds of conversation, and they lightened her skin. I love it. Everybody's always laying outside to get a tan. However, when it comes to advertising, they don't like to use this beautiful caramel skin we've got. I don't understand.
And we found out that Kamala Harris did not pick that suit with the Converse shoes. She picked the powder blue suit to be on the front, but they're saying that they used that one on the hardcover, the magazines that people purchase, and then they put the blue suit on the digital version. And I think it should be flipped, because more people are going to buy the hardcover than the digital version.
Yes, especially now that COVID is over, because someone tried to allude that their digital sales are much higher. And yet there were, guys were even asked, did you know they had a digital version? Because everyone goes for the book, because the books are thick and they're just full of content.
Right. I didn't even, well, I'm sure they have a digital, but who would ever have thought to go on the digital, right? No one.
Yeah, yeah. So good luck, Anna Wintour. You've got a lot to explain, girlfriend. And we would love to know what you all think about the covers. And please comment below and just share with us.
Yeah. Take a look at the covers and see what you think.
Yes. On a sad note, Nya Rivera's birthday would have been yesterday. She would have turned 34. And Rosetta and I, our hearts go out to her family and her baby because I mean, I know as a mom, your child's life is way more important than your life. And, you know, from what the baby has shared, he said that they were swimming and then mommy put him in the boat and then she went away. So she made sure he was safe. And, you know, I hope the world is going to embrace her child and let him know how much we all thought of his mom, because that's an exceptional woman to do what she did.
She was a very, very young lady to be passing away. But I did see pictures on social media during Christmas that her husband and her son were celebrating Christmas and decorating the tree and everything. So they're coping the best they can, but it is a sad loss. And had she been around, it's her birthday yesterday. Should have been 34, like Gloria said.
Wow, amazing. So we have sadness in our heart for her. And during the holiday season on December 26th, a young lady named Mya Ponsetta attacked a 14-year-old Black boy in the lobby of a Manhattan hotel. She thought he had stole her cell phone. His name is Keon Harrell Jr. And I mean, she tackled him. He was running from her like, lady, you're crazy. And she dove on him. Now, his father, Keon Harrell, is a musician, and he's a jazz musician, and he has played with Gregory Porter, Beyonce, Jay-Z, D'Angelo, Maxwell, and the list goes on and on. That was a very affluent hotel in Manhattan. And, you know, apparently her cell phone was returned by an Uber driver. However, she was being interviewed yesterday by Gayle King, and she decided that, you know, she had a lawyer sitting next to her. She didn't want to listen to what the lawyer told her to do. So she kind of went off on her own. And at one point, she told Gayle King, Gayle, stop, hush. And I thought to myself, I don't think I would tell Gayle King to hush. I think I would have used that time to say, you know what, I'm really sorry. Like that kid was 14, she's 22, and she said that they're equal in age. So something's not completely 100%. She's gotten a ticket, a DUI. She left New York, flew back to California. When the police went to pick her up, she fought with the police. So, you know, I just hope that she will wake up and say, you know what? I am the adult. That was a child. I completely misread the whole situation and I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people, yeah, I don't know. With her, yes, she's not 100% there, especially when she thinks that she's the same age as the boy.
Yes,
That doesn't make sense.
I know. 14 to 22?
Yeah.
No, no. So we always like to get something for our guys because we know you check us out too. So let's talk a little sports. So wild card games were last weekend for the NFL. There were games by Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, New Orleans Saints, and Tampa Bay. Most notably of all of this is the poor Pittsburgh Steelers. They played the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns have been, you know, on the bottom of the regime for years. However, I always tell people they forget when you're on the bottom, you get first draft pick. So you get to pick the best of the best of the best. So you slowly rebuild your team. They scored 21 points before the first end of the quarter against the mighty Pittsburgh Steelers. My husband is still depressed. He's kept saying, Big Ben. That's the quarterback. Big Ben, what's wrong? And I'm like, hush. And he'd go, Big Ben, like he's reaching out to him through the ethers. So that was a oh my God moment. And the second one is the New Orleans Saints won, and Tom Brady, who has been with the Patriots for years, is now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they won. So this weekend, New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees will take on Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. And Tom Brady and Drew Brees are the two oldest quarterbacks. So that's all they're talking about is the old guys are going to play off. So who knows? It might set a new trend that age doesn't have anything to do with it. If you're good and you're qualified, let's just do it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to that because they're old timers there and they're very good at what they do. So we'll see.
Yeah. And you were going to give us an update on the coach of the
Yes, of the New York Patriots.
yes, the
Is
New
it the
England Patriots.
New England Patriots? Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Belichick. He was actually offered to receive the Medal of Freedom, and he is a friend of the president's, but he turned it down. And the reason why he turned it down is because I'm going to quote what he said. He said, "Above all, I am an American citizen with great reverence for our nation's values, freedom, and democracy. I know I also represent my family and the New England Patriots team." So he he holds his standards and morals much higher. So he's decided not to accept and receive the award Medal of Freedom. And I think there was some other people as well that were also meant to receive some awards by president. We don't really know all the names, but they also turned it down as well.
Yes.
That's yeah. So that speaks volumes, right?
Yeah.
Speaks
I,
volumes.
I think I think it speaks a lot because they are not going to award bad behavior. Sort of like the PGA has golf tournaments all over the world. And previously, the upcoming one was going to be at one of the Trump properties. They have canceled that. They have canceled future ones because they're saying bad behavior does not get rewarded. So I'm sure we'll hear more about it. And as we do, guys, we'll let you know. And girls who love sports, we'll let you know what we find out. Right now, though, the PGA is shopping for a new place to hold their tournaments going forward.
Okay.
Now, okay, last season, COVID was really, really rampant. So our basketball genre decided we're going to put all of the players for all of the team in a bubble together. They put them in the bubble. They had minimum outbreaks of COVID-19. Now, football season came along and they did the complete opposite. They let them travel. There were times when they didn't even have a quarterback because the quarterback had tested positive and the backup quarterback had tested positive, or they were in the presence of the quarterback. I mean, I'm talking about really every week we were hearing about it. Games were being canceled and moved around. So what does our basketball do for the new season? They say, we're going to let you travel. So they started traveling and the COVID numbers have started going up. So if you know why if you have a process, and I know it's hard on the players to be away from their family that long. However, if the process is working, why would you change it? Please hit us up down below and let us know. Do you understand what they're doing and why they did that? Because Rosetta and I, we're blank. We have no idea.
I actually liked the bubble that they had last season. I know it was a strain on their families because they were away for so long, but that really minimized the number of people that caught COVID. And this season is a different story. But last season there was actually less games. I think they didn't have as many games, and
Yeah,
they limited the number of teams that were playing. Right?
right, right. And, like even with football, they started out with no in-person people. And there were games this weekend where I heard numbers like, 12 to 20,000 fans. And I know the stadium will hold 100,000. And so you're like, oh, 20,000, that's only, oh, that's just a few people. However, when you looked at them in the stands and they're screaming, so to me, anytime someone screams, my brain goes droplets, COVID droplets in the air. So I think they should have stuck with what worked. And I think that the football organizations could have also taken a play from that, because there are lots of games that got canceled or delayed. We had football on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even a Friday night. It was like every time you went to look for the game Monday night, oh, they got COVID, they had to be deferred, they're going to play Wednesday. It was football season was just too much. It was too much football, not the games, but it was too much the way they spanned it across all of the time.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that. That was too many. Yep.
Yep. So, how's the weather where you live? I know here in California, it's cold. However, it is nothing like the East Coast. They are going through, the middle of the country is kind of mild in comparison, like 60s. However, the closer you get to the borders, Maine, New Jersey, New York, even Texas, little old Texas got 6 inches of snow. I got a message from my nephew, and he's like, we're making snow people. They may normally get 1 or 2 inches. They don't get 6 inches. And then they got more snow. So it's snowing in Texas. And then along the coastal line where it's cool. It's just that it's not this kind of cool. They're getting multiple nights of snow. So the impact on the people is really starting, we already have COVID. You have to stay home, you have to shelter. And now you got snow. And you got to stay home, you got to stay off the roads. So people, please, please, please be careful. We know it's cold out there. And I know some people say, oh, it's just cold, it's just the weather. No, it's not. When states are getting 6 to 12 inches of snow in one night, I think that also correlates to global warming.
Yes, it does. We've always talked about that, and we've been talking about it since last year, even the year before last. And we believe that we all need to do our part in the global warming because it's getting worse.
Yes. And I'm really inspired that a lot of our young kids are saying things like, they're excited about growing up and being able to vote because they are going to restructure our government. They care about the planet. It's like, I'm only 14 and I don't think I should have to worry about the planet blowing itself up. So we're going to see a lot of this as life evolves. And all I can tell people is listen to the children. If you want to be inspired for the future, just spend a little time with someone. You may think that they're not listening. You may think that they're not aware. They're very aware.
Kids are very smart and they will say it like it is. So if you want to learn from a child, do so because they're very, very smart.
Yes, they are. I love it. So we're going to do a brief COVID update. Please wear your mask, wash your hands, and continue to social distance. Here in the Bay Area where we live, our numbers are just, well, Northern California is doing better than Southern California. Our numbers are up. I heard this morning that Sacramento is getting ready to come out of shelter at home and go into the purple tier. So some counties are doing better than others. Here where I live in Alameda County, we have, I think we're around 27 to 30% ICU bed availability, while in, say, Santa Clara, they have 1%. Other counties, like down in Los Angeles, oh, it just breaks my heart every time I see on the news that they have run out of space, not only in the hospitals, but also in the funeral homes. So the governor has these trailers, refrigerated trailers. People, our nurses and our first line responders, they don't know what to do because they don't have any more beds. They're putting people in the lobbies. I mean, in the cafeteria, any place they can put a bed and they can put a person because they just want to help. So you help them. We help them by wearing our masks, social distancing. That's what's really, really important. Okay.
Yes, thanks for the reminder. We need to do all we can. Take it seriously, people. This is not a joke.
No, and it's not going away. And I think it was Monday night, a college in Alabama won the big tournament. And they said something to the effect of like 100,000 people, no mask, were out
Wow.
cheering and screaming. So this week we're getting the sort of like the results of Christmas, New Year's. So that's what's going on here. Last week we had the rallies in Washington, D.C., and they were from all over the world, and then they flew home. So in another week and a half, we'll have that result. And then from Monday night, anyone that left Alabama and came forward to other states will have that result. It's very hard to get ahead of the virus. Even though we have a vaccine, it's very hard to get ahead of the virus if people are continuing to spread it. And people are, they're getting it and they're asymptomatic. They don't even know that they have it. And I know they think that they're good and they don't have it. I shared with Rosetta that one of my dearest girlfriends, you know, her daughter had a party at her house. It was only her immediate family. It wasn't, you know, strangers. Everybody was, I'm in my bubble. I'm in my bubble. They all have COVID, all of them.
Wow.
So, and some of them are asymptomatic and some of them are like sleeping 16 hours a day. I mean, they're down and they can't do anything.
Wow.
And one person ended up in the hospital because she's asthmatic. This is real. This is not a joke. And the vaccine is not moving as fast as we all had hoped it would be moving. Some people are being given the opportunity for the vaccine. They don't want it. However, apparently once you start a vial, it only lasts for so long and then you have to throw it away. I think, you know, and I love what President-elect Biden says, we're going to get it out of the vials and into people's arms. And we're not going to worry about the second dose. We're going to just start working on the first dose. And by the time people are ready for the second dose, we'll have it there, because I think it's like 75% you're good after the first dose. And then after the second dose, it goes up to 95%.
It depends, I think, on the vaccine, because I think Pfizer has a lower percentage and then I think Moderna has a higher percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll continue to follow it. We'll continue to let you know. And Rosetta found something really cool. I'm going to have her talk to you about. It's a new mask.
I did. I just came across this. I had no idea. And it's by Crystal Shield. It's a clear, transparent mask. And what's nice about it is that you can actually see people smiling and talking again. And I'm going to read this because I wanted to give you the features of it. It's anti-fog and it's reusable. So what's nice about it is that you can actually take it off and put it in the dishwasher, or you can wash it by hand. And as I said, it's reusable, obviously. Hopefully it's reusable. We would hope so, right? But the
Yeah.
nice part is that I have seen other masks that are like kind of see-through, but they fog up too much. This
Yes.
one has some kind of film on it that allows it to not fog up. And the design is really great. It's transparent. And I think it's really great. We'll put the link below so you can see what it's like. And if you're interested, jump now because they're selling really, really fast.
Right. Right. And they say they have low quantities, and I can't remember what one, but I think like say one is like 49 and then you can get two for, you know, 79 and you can get five for 99.
I think one was a bit cheaper. I think it was less than 49, I think, but they say it's light and breathable, which is nice. What we need it light and breathable.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's called the Crystal Shield, if you're interested.
And the link will be down below so you can check it
Yes.
out.
Yes, it will.
So, Rosetta, what are you planning to carry forward from 2020 and what are you looking forward to do in 2021?
So what am I carrying forward? I like the fact that during the pandemic, we all, well, not, I don't know if everyone, but I did, we slowed down. That's what I really love. Slow down and had time to reflect and think about ourselves, turn inwards and think about ourselves and our family and our friends and what is the meaning of true, like genuine friendships and what matters the most. So that's something that I want to take forward. I want to keep continuing to do that because prior to pandemic, it was all about go, go, go. In the Silicon Valley, everything is fast paced and nobody took time to slow down and take care of themselves. And that's what I'm going to bring into this year and going forward. I'm going to have more time to reflect.
Yes.
Yep.
And for me, it's sort of the same thing because the pace in Silicon Valley is so fast. I mean, it's like if you're not moving, someone's going to run you over. And so I used to, get up in the morning and I would go to start my day and I would have meeting after meeting after meeting or appointment after appointment after appointment. And COVID has forced us all to stop and take a pause. And that is something that I would like to carry forward into 2021. I want to leave all the drama in 2020. I want to leave the lack of respect for human life in 2020. I want to leave the lack of respect for our common individuals in 2020. And in 2021, I am going to be, everybody already think that I'm just such a lovely person and I'm so lovable. I am going to ooze love. I want us, the people who are conscious and who know through love, we can conquer hate. Through love, we can conquer disdain and all of these negative situations that have come up. I live in the United States of America, and I'm very proud of the United States of America. However, our behavior in 2020 was not, it wasn't what it normally should be. And to have leaders of other countries make comments that, oh, don't listen to them. They talk one thing and they do something different. I want us to be authentic in 2021. I want us to all have a great life. Rosetta and I want you all to follow us. We want you to chat us up. We want you to hit things and, hit those little notifications down below. We want you to subscribe to us. We want to grow and we want to collaborate. We want to be Silicon Valley girls that chat over tea, and we want you to come along with us on the journey.
Yes, we do. We want it to be bigger and better this year, right? And we're going to
Right.
hopefully we can get out there and we can visit more tea places and we can be out and about and we can do our chats together again. Looking
Yes,
forward to that day.
yes, I am too.
Barely see you. The sun is coming in.
I know. I can barely see you too,
I
but
know it's the sun that comes in. Sorry, everyone, but I'm still
yes,
here.
I know. I love the background though because it shows sun and it's beautiful and it's
Oh, yes,
beachy. I
something
love it.
new. I want to be
Yes.
awake. Calgon, take me away.
Amen. So, just as Ellen always closes her show, she says, I feel the love in this room. I send it back to you. Go out, spread it around in the world out there. So, every time someone does something and you think, oh, in the past, we would say, what an idiot. I want you to just think under your breath, I forgive you. We're going to just let them eat their own stuff. I forgive you. So, spread the love, people.
Thank you. That was very well said. Very, very well said. Forgive them. You may not forget, but forgive them. Yes, just think
Yes.
positive thoughts.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thanks everyone. We've had such an amazing time today. Sorry, half the chat I was in the sunlight, but I had the amazing background.
But you look beautiful and radiant in the beautiful sun. So it's all good.
Thanks. Thank you so much. And remember, we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. So I'm going to remind you again, if you make teas, sell teas, have a tea shop, you'd love us to try your teas. We would love to try them and give you a great review, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. And don't forget, if you enjoyed our chats, we would love a like, hit the thumbs up, subscribe below, hit the bell notification so you're the first to be notified when any of our chats, ding, ling, 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 get
That's
uploaded.
right.
So we thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We love you all. And remember,
Yes.
remember
To
to
remember,
always, yes,
always
keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.
Take care now. Toodles. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.